One of the best things that I ever learnt to do was to accept and understand who I actually am on a real deep level, because there's nothing wrong with me. There's never been anything wrong with me. And there's certainly nothing wrong with you. You might think it. I used to think there was something wrong with me. I'd been in relationships that hadn't worked out, more relationships that hadn't worked out. I was bankrupt. I actually went bankrupt. I lost my business. I've been through harassment. I've been bullied. I've been through so many different things. And I used to truly believe there must be something wrong with me. And when you're living in that energy of believing that there's something wrong with you, you're just going to continue to attract the same circumstances, the same people, the same events into your life, because you have to accept that there's actually nothing wrong with you at all. But you've also got to take responsibility for how your life is. And that really does start with understanding yourself, getting to understand yourself at a deep level, understanding how, when you were born into this world, you were absolutely perfect. There was nothing wrong with you at all. But it might have been that during your upbringing, during your childhood, that you came to, understand a different way, because our body responds to things that are going on around us before we're even old enough to cognitively understand that. Our body is there to protect us. Our body has a nervous system. Our body responds before we even have the opportunity to think sometimes. And that started off very early on in life. And regardless of what your circumstances were in life, your body, your nervous system will have started to develop very early on in life. And that is often where we find that the patterns we find ourselves in, like today, like people pleasing, stem from things that have happened in our childhood. That doesn't mean to say things that happened in your childhood were good or bad. Nothing is good or bad. We make it good or bad. We make it good or bad. Things are as they are. But once you start to become aware of your patterns and understand how, life's panned out for you, and the way that your body's responded, then the way that your mind's responded, and then the way that you've taken action, get you the results that you have today. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. But if you want to be something different, if you want to do something different, if you want to attract different things into your life, if you just want to feel better, then it all starts with awareness and understanding yourself. But it starts with taking ownership. If you're ready to take ownership of who you are, then please, please, please reach out to me, because I never loved myself, never liked myself, attracted things into my life that I didn't want over and over again, until I started doing the work. And the work was hard. The work was hard because I didn't have anybody to help me. I didn't have anybody to support me. That's why I started, becoming qualified and educated in practices like Reiki and Indian head massage and EFT tapping and all those other wonderful modalities. I learnt them myself to heal myself initially, because there wasn't anybody to help me. But let me tell you, it took me 10 years to do that, and it doesn't have to take you 10 years. I have developed a really awesome system, which is, a set, excuse me, a set blueprint that I can give you to help you start to look at who you are, acknowledge who you are, take responsibility for who you are. Take responsibility for the person that you want to be. Take responsibility for making the changes in your life that are going to make you feel better. They're going to actually make you feel, are going to help you to connect with how you feel. They're going to help you to be able to actually express how you feel. They're going to be able to allow you to actually go to the places that you thought you never would. The places that might have seemed so painful. You didn't want to face them, so you squashed them down, you pushed them to one side. But those emotions that you never expressed, they stay in your body, they stay in your nervous system. And we have to be able to release those, because if we don't, that trapped energy is going to end up turning into illnesses. I had so many illnesses throughout my life, so many problems, so many stomach problems, headaches, migraines, all sorts of things that, were never ever diagnosed. It was the energy, the emotion that I'd trapped, that I'd stored, and I didn't know how to express. I can help you express that. I can teach you how to express that. I do that with all of my clients in a really safe environment in so many different ways. So if you're ready to actually start creating something different to what you've got, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It doesn't mean what you've got isn't good enough. What it means is if you want something different, then I can absolutely help you, because I am a living example of the work that I teach and I preach. So if you are looking for something different to what you've got, reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. It doesn't harm to have a conversation, but I bet you any money in that conversation, there becomes a moment where you think, yeah, I do want something different. You might not even know what that is right now, but trust me, let's have the conversation. Let's see what I can offer you. There are so many different ways in which we can work together. So please, reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. It doesn't cost anything for a conversation, but it might be the one thing that helps you to make the decision to take responsibility for the person that you are now and the person that you want to become, and stop living in the past and start living for the future. So reach out to me and have an awesome day.